So for number 1, we're going to find the change of x. So if we go from 0 to 1, we're going to go to add 1 on each one. So that would be our change of x. If we go from 0 to 2 for our change of y, that means that we're adding 2, and that will be our delta y, or our change of y. So our slope, we can write it as delta y over delta x. And with our numbers, we can write it as 2 over 1, or we can simplify it as a 2. Our y-intercept is going to be where our x equals 0. So here our x is 0, and so let's find the y value for it. That will be 0 over 0, comma 0, so that will be our y-intercept. For the linear proportional relationship, you're going to write this out as x increases by 1, y increases by 2. Our change of y over change of x, we found that for our slope here. So here we can put a 2 and a 1, and that will be our change of y over change of x. Okay. So when we want to write out our linear equation, we write it out as y equals mx plus b. Our m, we're going to get from our slope, in this case it's a 2, and then our b, we're going to get from the y value of the y-intercept. So we can write them out as y equals 2x plus 0, and you don't have to write the plus 0, it's just there for a filler. Okay. For number 2, we'll do the same thing. So if we find the change of x, from -1 to -2, we subtract 1, and that is our change of x. From 0 to 3 for our y is going to be a plus 3, and that will be our change of y. And if we write out our slope, we will have 3 over 1, or 3. Our y-intercept, we don't have an x equals 0, so we have to make one. If we go backwards in our pattern, we can write it out as 0 here because we add 1. And so our y values, we will subtract 3, and we will get -3. So those will be our coordinates. 0, -3. Now I forgot the negative on the slope. -1, Okay. For the relationship, we have as x decreases, because it's going down, by 1, y is going to increase by 3. Okay, let's write out our slope. We got 3 over 1 for our change of y over change of x. And then let's write out our equation. So our m is going to be coming from our slope, and our b is going to be the y value of the y-intercept. So we can write it out as y equals -3x plus a -3, or we can just simply write -3.